Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about soil profile. Yes, soil profile. What is soil profile? Soil profile is the vertical section through the different layers of soil. It is a vertical section through the different layers of soil, and each layer which is differ from each other in color, texture, depth and chemical composition. Each layer of the soil differ from one another in color, texture, depth and chemical composition, and each layer is known as horizon. It is known as horizon. So if we were talking about the soil, there are total 5 horizons there. The first one, the upper one, O horizon. The next one, A horizon. After that, B horizon. After that, C horizon. And after that, R horizon. So a soil profile, it will divide it into 5 layers. So let us discuss these layers one by one. First of all, O horizon. It is the uppermost. It is the uppermost and organic layer of soil. It is the uppermost and organic layer of soil, and this layer is made up of leaf litter. It is made up of leaf litter and partially decomposed organic material. Partially decomposed organic materials, and the leaf litter made this layer. Okay, and this layer is the most prominent in the forest, where the accumulation of the debris from the trees, from the like your leaves are there, twigs are there, stems are there. There is an accumulation of that, and these accumulation forms this O horizon, and this O horizon is good for growing of plants. Okay. After that, our next layer, this layer is the A horizon. Next one is the A horizon, as it is found below the O horizon. In O horizon, where plants are growing, A horizon, it is found below the A, and it is rich in humus. It is a rich source of humus. What is humus? Humus are the organic materials that are formed by the decomposers. When the organic materials like leaves are there, stems are there, twigs are there, fruits are there, that fallen from the trees, okay, along with the dead remains of plants and animals. Along with dead remains of animals, when they will decompose by the decomposers. When they will decompose by the decomposers, then humus is formed, and this humus is good for the growing of plants because it increases the fertility of soil. It increases the fertility of soil. So this A layer is the most prominent, is rich in humus, which is formed by the decomposition of organic materials, organic remains of plants and animals through by the decomposers. So this layer, in this layer, roots of the plants mostly grow in this layer. Roots of the plant, you can see roots of the plants grow in this layer. Seeds germinate in this layer. Seeds germinate in this layer. A number of organisms like earthworm, microorganisms are found in this layer. Means this layer is full of life, and this layer is slightly darker in color. It is slightly dark in color. And when this soil is mixed with humus, when the dark color soil is mixed with humus, it makes the soil texture loose. So the more water and more air can enter into the soil. So overall, the soil present in A horizon is good in texture, dark in color, and it is rich in air and water, and number of living organisms we can see in this layer. Now after that, the next one is the layer B. It is also known as, B horizon is also known as the subsoil. It is known as the subsoil. Subsoil, naturally it is found beneath the layer A. Layer A is also known as the topsoil. It is also known as the topsoil. So A is the topsoil, B is the subsoil, and this R is the bedrock. So subsoil B layer, it is B horizon is found below the A horizon, and it is the highest, it is a rich source of minerals. It is a rich source of minerals. Okay, and that's why its color is slightly you can say brown in color or reddish in color due to the presence of oxides of iron. Due to the presence of oxide of iron, this soil of this layer is slightly brownish or reddish in color. Okay, and a few trees, roots of the plant can also reaches up to that soil. Now the next horizon is the C horizon. The roots of the plant can't penetrate to this layer. Okay, they will not reach up to that layer. It has the very less content of the humus. No living organism is found in this layer. So this layer, it is just only a simple soil with no humus, no living organisms, and no roots. Now the last layer of the soil is the R horizon or the bedrock. This soil, this layer is made up of mainly unbroken and big rocks. It is the big rocks, and it is found beneath of all the rocks. So soil profile, it is made up of 5 rocks. First of all, O horizon, which is rich of life. A horizon, topsoil. B horizon, subsoil. C horizon, and R horizon, that is the bedrock. Now we will discuss about soil color and texture. Yes, soil color and texture. Different types of soil have different color. Yes, different types of soil have different color due to different factors. There are one or more factors which are responsible for different colors. For example, soil may be red in color. It may be red in color due to the oxides of iron. It may be red in color due to the oxides of iron or aluminium. In the same way, soil can be black in color. It can be black in color due to the presence of humus. Due to the presence of humus, the soil can be black in color. The soil can be green in color if the soil has a rich content of water, because this water reduces the amount of iron. It causes the reduction of iron, and that's why soil becomes green or grey or blue in color. In the same way, soil can be brown in color if the oxides of iron get combined with the organic matters. When organic matters have a combination with iron oxides, then it gives the soil brown color. And besides of that, some color material like the white calcium carbonate and the black carbon compounds and manganese oxide. These gives the color, different colors to the soil. So there are different colors of the soil due to any factor. Now texture. Just take small amount of the soil and take it between your fingers, squeeze it. What do you feel? Are you feel, is it crumbly? Is it sticky? Is it grainy? No doubt everyone will give the different answer because different types of soil have different texture, and these texture depend on the different types of soil particles present in it. Different types of soil particles present in it which are differ in size. C means, and the main soil particles are, these are of three types: sand, silt and clay. So there are mainly three particles in the soil present: sand, silt and clay, and each particle is of different size. So their presence in the soil makes the texture different of each and every type of soil. And besides that, there are small stones called the gravel also present in the soil. So different types of the soil particles like the sand, silt and clay which are differ in size. Like the sand, the size of the sand particles is between 0.06 to 2 millimeter. The diameter of their particles is 0.06 to 2 millimeters. The diameter of the silt particles may be from 0.06 millimeter to 0.002 millimeter, and the diameter of clay particles, it may be more than 0.002 millimeter. So there is a difference in color and texture of the soil depend on various factors.